Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fridays with Sue and Steph. And, there wasn't a lot of back and forth about what we should talk about this week because it seems, kind of like the thing to talk about.
Yeah.
And I think Thanksgiving is one of those times where we have tremendous expectations of like creating that picture perfect kind of holiday. And it ends up being like a lot of expectation and like just hard to kind of achieve, right? So over the years, I have done this thing that I don't know if it works for everybody, but it really works for me. Just lower the damn expectation.
Key to life.
What?
Key to life.
Well, I think it is kind of true. It's a little
Yeah.
disappointing. I remember hitting a point where I felt like it's time to just not build up that expectation and build up the
Yeah.
excitement. And as a kid, I don't know if you had this, but like we didn't travel so much. It was relatively new and, old enough that it was not a commonplace thing to hop on a plane.
Yeah.
And I would look forward to it for so long. I don't remember if I was let down when we went, but
Wait,
part
you talking about plane rides in general, or
what?
are you talking about plane rides in general,
No,
or
just like a vacation or
yeah?
something. So
Hmm.
whether you had tickets to a Broadway show, whatever it was, looking
Yeah.
forward to it was a very significant part of the experience. Like I didn't and don't like surprises in like that. Well, maybe in every way, but really, like I don't want you to tell me we're going on a trip tomorrow.
Mm.
Which, because I always felt like I want all that
You
lead
like
up.
the anticipation?
I like knowing that someone like that a sibling of mine is coming to visit. I don't want them to show up at the door. And so many people love that moment of like, crying and overwhelm. And I like looking forward to it in advance. However, it sets you up sometimes for like Thanksgiving in particular of thinking that dinner or that experience is supposed to be life altering because,
Yeah.
oh, Jerry, always good to see you on Friday. Hi, Jerry. Um, Right? Like, do you feel
Oh
that
my
same
god.
way?
Oh my god. Like, well, you know me. I think lowering expectations is the key to life. But I think that yes, it is fun to anticipate things. Like I look forward every year to, being in Florida with my sister and her family, right? Like, and we talk about it for weeks before and all that stuff. Now, I am someone who does like surprises. Todd always says, like, we come from a surprise family. He does not come from a surprise family. We like them. We like doing them for each other. We like, his family, not so much. But I do think the expectations around, I would put prom in that same category, like these things that have been built up over time that people think it's going to be this idyllic like evening, this idyllic holiday. Yeah, I feel like it's just a fast
It's
way
so
to go
funny.
in.
Sometimes it's other people. Like, I know my kids have had experiences in their life that other people have done before them, and people will come up to them and say, "It was the best thing you've ever done," right?
Oh, totally.
And it's like it's they kind of expect a script. So it's like, "Hi,
Yeah.
how are you? Good. How are you? Hi. Oh my God, was it the best summer of your life?" Totally. So if you say anything other than that, it breaks the script
Yeah.
and people don't know where to go with it. But like you might not have had the same experience that someone else had doing the exact same thing because people are different. So Thanksgiving for some families is just constant dread of like what
Mm.
happens year after year after year when the family gets together. And COVID for them might have been like the best gift ever.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of talk about that, like people feeling like less pressure last year in particular. I would say when we were kind of at the height of COVID, if you will. I guess there's been a lot of heights, but and also just politics around the Thanksgiving table, and right, so many people they felt like, oh yeah, like I dodged that.
Okay, so I want to put something out there to the people who are watching. If you would share in the comments one thing you're looking forward to and one thing you're dreading, or
Yeah.
anything else you want to say. Because what I'll say is, I love when my chicks are in the nest. Like I love waking up in the morning and not taking any kind of assessment of who's where, and they're all just here. So I really look forward to that. The thing I don't look forward to, and I might have figured out the way around this, not completely,
Mm.
but I often end up alone in the kitchen at some point
Mm.
to clean up, and it builds in resentment. Like it just starts with like, okay, you know what? They're all having fun, to like, how come Dan's having fun with them? That starts. And then how come no one's noticing that I'm not there and they're all having fun without me, right? So it just keeps building and building.
Mhm.
But I do have a fix that has been working lately. I think I've probably shared it before, but I assign like
Yeah.
chores to people, or just participation, I would call it. And if I type it out and print it and hang it up, it eliminates my nag
Yeah.
for the kids. Like, I'm not like, wait, so who's supposed to do this? No one's helping in the kitchen, right? Like, okay, let's just share Jerry's, because he's a loyal fan. Jerry loves Thanksgiving and looking forward to crispy turkey wings. Do they get fried, Jerry? Mine aren't crispy. I want crispy.
Could be the air fryer that everybody purchased in the pandemic. And I
You
wonder
can't
if
fit a turkey in the air fryer,
Well,
can you?
well, you could take the wings off
You
and then
could do the wings.
crisp
It's
those
true.
up.
It's true. So, okay, Steph, what do you look forward to and what do you dread?
Okay, so I'm just like you. I always say birds in the nest. The birdies
Yeah.
are in the nest. I love the birdies in the nest. And for us, it's a little bit of a, for me in particular, it's my husband's very busy season. So it's a very lonely holiday typically. It was very hard when the kids were little and everyone has their families here. I would say that aspect is still hard because I feel like everyone's with their, like, embedded in their families all weekend and doing all family stuff. But I would say as the kids have gotten older and relating to them more as like adults, right? Not being like the mom and the caregiver and the right.
Yeah.
It has definitely gotten way better. Like, so I do enjoy just like having, we won't have one of ours home, but the other two will be home.
So our podcast that's coming out on Tuesday is with Nancy Coe. And she answered the question that we ask everybody, which is, what's the biggest surprise about teenagers? And she said, which I think it's so true.
Yeah,
like,
I keep thinking about it.
It just gets better.
Mhm.
Like as they get older, and if you have a happy relationship with them, because we have to acknowledge that not everybody goes in that direction, but having older teens, like the conversation around the table is just so different. It's I really do, until it's not. But I just want to always level that out there. But at this moment, before they all come home, it's so delightful. And I have a friend who always says the best part of her family getting together is the anticipation.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. No, it's I think holidays. It's interesting. I think holidays, they bring on a lot of feelings, right? And so if you love them as a kid, maybe there's a chance you still love it as an adult. If you are through like a recent divorce, or like they can be so there's so much that comes with it and where you are. So I just want to acknowledge that, because I don't, it's not all fun and games and anticipation. Like, they can be a very lonely time for people and a hard time.
Yeah. And we have a weird year this year because of COVID. We've done Thanksgiving with the same family for somewhere between 15 and 20 years. And last year we couldn't get together. And so this year it's like kind of, we're not going to get together again. And I don't know if that's a forever or if it's a this year, but our kids are older and come home and they're the guests now. And so, I think both families kind of wanted to like snuggle up with their people and not have like a party kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
isn't that funny?
It is really funny. And I have this feeling of loss because it's something that I look forward to for sure every year, but I'm also really looking forward to just having my kids around the table. So, it's like the traditions are they're so certain. Like you just kind of know as it's getting closer what you're doing and who you're doing it with, and changing that, the transition from that to changing it can be a little bit of a loss, but then embracing something different.
Did you pick your Thanksgiving movie? We
did. Yeah. We rented out a movie theater, and which, as it turns out, I don't know if all places are doing it, but it's no more expensive than paying a ticket for each of the people going. It's up to 25 people.
Okay.
And we're watching King. Yeah, Serena Williams' dad with Will Smith.
With Will Smith.
Yeah. So we're really excited. I think
it's great.
We love an uplifting Thanksgiving Day movie, and I think this is going to do it for us.
That's
So
excellent.
how about you? What are you doing?
I don't know. So we have to see it. It is the one day my husband doesn't work is actually on Thanksgiving. So we're gonna we usually put it in Todd's jurisdiction, depending what we're cooking or whatever. So we may like rent a movie because sometimes that's easier and we can be here and snuggle with the dog and be on the couch and pause and right. So we'll figure that out. He gets to pick.
Okay, Jessica Port, we're attempting to bring my dog
Oh.
to Thanksgiving this year. Can you explain that? How hard is it to accomplish that? Like we throw our dog in the car or we have the dog at the table. Our dog has its own seat. I don't know what.
Maybe
Tell
there's
us.
another dog involved. Maybe there's another dog.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
I thought
Anything?
about bringing our dog. I should think about that.
Oh, you go to
We're
someone's house?
going. Yeah. That's good food for thought.
Yeah. Well, the single biggest reason for kids coming home is to see the dog. So they're very attached. One of my kids, when she has to go to the bathroom or do anything else, she hands me the dog and says, can you take the dog? I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, the dog is a dog and can be put down on the ground.
It's like putting the baby in the baby seat and bringing the baby seat into the bathroom. Like what was going to happen to the baby?
Oh, well, the baby was going to be alive at the end. So I had to worry about that. Okay. So Jessica says, let's see, we're going to put it up here for everybody. We bought a car ride dog bed and my aunt really wanted us to bring him with us so he can stay at her house. Oh, okay. I have a car ride dog bed. And I also, in addition to that, Jessica, have anti-anxiety medication for the dog in the car ride.
Wait, can we talk about what that means? A car ride dog bed. Wait,
we just have a car seat for the dog, like literally a car seat for the dog. I don't know if that's.
Do they get harnessed?
Yep.
Okay, because we have a separate like harness for her. Okay, I didn't know what that was.
Well, whatever it is, it's so that the dog moves around when you stop and stuff. I don't understand how people do it in a car without being nervous.
Yeah. Oh, here's something else I forgot about because we didn't do it with COVID.
What?
We sometimes will do like a neighborhood football game.
Oh, wow. You
go to
a field somewhere?
I'm sorry?
You go to a field?
Right here at Laurel.
That's excellent.
Yeah. So I have to, you know what? I'm going to put that out to the neighbors right now. I forgot about that. That's funny.
Do you have a Facebook group for your neighborhood?
No, I'll just text them.
So I was standing with a bunch of neighbors and I created one and then we all just signed up for it. And I didn't, I kind of felt like we didn't meet so many of the new people that moved in during COVID and that it would be a nice thing to do. But when you don't know the people you didn't meet, it's hard to get them to sign up for something. So yesterday, one of the new neighbors asked a question in the group and I felt elated that it had served a purpose, that like she's getting mail for a prior owner. Does anybody know them? Is there any way for her to reach out to them? And I was like, yay.
I'm so glad I did this.
Well, I mean, I think it's a great idea, but I don't want to be the manager of it. Like, we're all doing that enough in our other spaces.
Totally. My mom made a comment the other day about something. If it weren't for her, it wouldn't be happening. I said, welcome to my life and my husband's life. Like always the one. Always.
Well, so does the menu change post-COVID? Because last year, I don't remember who we had. We might have had everybody for a lot of our immediate family. But I didn't cook the same way we normally did. Like I was like, this is a, regular dinner with turkey being served kind of thing. And
wait, why was that?
Because we'd just been like beaten up with COVID. Like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, I
didn't want to put the effort into that part of it, especially since everyone gets full, so much leftovers. I just wanted to be more mindful of what we were doing. And so I'm about to let the people know that it's happening again this year.
I think you just did.
Well, they do not watch this. Do yours?
No, but you remember my story. When I think they're not.
They find out.
They find out.
Yeah. It's a small world. All right, everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving. We will not be on next Friday, but we will see you soon after that and have a great Thanksgiving.
Hi.